Hi guys, Mofo here, back with some more awesome Robocraft fun, and I'm going to keep this video pretty short, I hope so anyway. I'm a little bit behind, yes guys, terribly sorry that my four fine fellows aren't up to date at the moment. I will try and rectify that as soon as possible. But I had some friends around the other night, and during which time I built this. This is quite funny. It is awful, I will say. It is awful. I'm not going to be taking it out in this video. I did record some footage. I actually recorded the whole build of this, and I took it out into some battles and recorded, but I had friends around, so there's no commentary on that. So if I put it together, I'm going to have to edit it down and put the commentary on afterwards. And you might get to see this guy in a video flying about and doing some action sometime soon, but more than likely it's going to be destroyed for all its component parts, and I'll use it to build something that works just a little bit better. Okay, so what we really need to talk about for this is Robonanza. Yes, double RP and level up. Level up's not applicable to me, but of course any of you fine fellows who've just started playing the games, yes, that will mean a great deal to you in single player and team deathmatch. Now, of course, you can only play TDM, single player. Yes, if you're below 30 million RR, you're not going to be getting in to Battle Arena anymore, and I'm quite a bit sad about this, so this has put a little bit of a downer on this. But as far as they're concerned, it's a time of celebration where all can bathe in the green glow of RP. Hooray. I've actually not played since my friends were down. I think one of them had quite a bit of a nasty cough, and I picked that up, and gosh, it was one of those ones where it was really rattling around, and I felt like I'd broken a rib at some point, just feeling quite bad with that. But I'm back in fine form now, so I should be catching up. Let's see what's going on with this. RP earnings in the team deathmatch have been doubled. Level up speeds have been doubled. RP earnings in single player have been doubled. Level up speeds in single player game mode doubled also. High end of a robot ranking RR required to unlock non-progressive game modes has been reduced to 30 million. The new RR cap won't be represented in the UI until the next minor update. After thorough data-driven testing, Team Deathmatch proved to be the most popular progression game mode. Team Deathmatch and single player are the progression game modes unlocked for all. The Pit and Battle Arena game modes are unlocked for players beyond 30 million RR. Okay, so this brings me to a point raised on my Robocraft Hornet Mark 1, and of course part 2 is out now. Go and check that out if you want to build yourself a Hornet Mark 1. Liara, I apologise if I'm saying that wrong. There you go. Liara Sniffles. Heart. Show, will you talk about how FreeJam lied to us? They said TDM was most popular, and now it's the only mode, even though this goes against their own data from a month earlier when they said they had more players too. I've saved the page just in case they pulled it, and this is the page she is referring to. And if we scroll down on here, we can see the Battle Arena was way the most popular at the time of that post. Now, I'm not going to go into this too much. I don't really know what to say. Dearie me. There I am. Look at this. I'm nearly halfway to 9k subscribers. Please, it's nearly November. Go and subscribe now while I think about what to say. Okay, so yeah, we've got this. We've got the Robonanza. That's great. That means that there's a bit more of an RP bonus in the TDM. But oh, the rest of it, well, I want to keep this video short, and I want to have a little bit of a play. I'm not going to take this guy out. I am not. It'll just fail horribly. Let's go and have a look. And blah 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 blah. Who haven't I had out in a while? I know who I want to take out. Can I find it? Can I find it? Where are we? It's the aphid. Shouldn't be far from the aphid. King crab. There we go. Oh, this is one of my problems. A lot of my bots are nowhere near the 30 million RR, so looks like we get some TDM with this chap. Okay, so I've been playing this game for well over a year now, and originally this was the only battle mode apart from the little practice thing that we had. This was the only game mode, and I loved it, and it was great, and it was fantastic, but that was before OC. And what happened was they introduced the new battle mode, the Battle Arena, and this had overclocking in it, and I'm just going to jump over here. And with the overclocking, for some reason they decided to have the overclocking in Classic at a really low setting. I think it was the lowest setting. It was either 0 or 1. So it meant that any bots going into what was at the time called Classic, which is now TDM, your bots were nerfed from the get-go, and there was no way to get the OC up. And that destroyed it for me. It made it really unsatisfying to play, and made a mockery of the bots that I had designed for that very game mode. And I really didn't like the Battle Arena. I just didn't like the Battle Arena at all. But then they made some changes to it, one of which, the most major, was adding, or rather reducing the number of towers from 4 to 3. And the additions at the time that they made to the gameplay made it a lot better, and I truly started to embrace the Battle Arena. And of course this is what FreeJam wanted us to do. They said they were no longer going to support Classic. They'd said very firmly that this was the direction they wanted to take the game. There was all this stuff about MOBAs and esports and all of that kind of nonsense that I've not heard anything on in a good while. Oh no, don't kill me. I want to kill you, sir. Oh, a bit of lag. Bit of lag may have saved me there. And so they really didn't want to support this game mode that I'm playing now. I'm surprised we still have it in the game at all, to be honest. Oh, there we go, victory, and I did nothing. Okay. Well, that's not bad at all for doing nothing. You can certainly see they've improved the RP in there. Let's go and have another quick one while I waffle on. Okay, so where was I? Yeah, really, it looked like Classic wasn't going to be supported anymore. And eventually what they did was they upped the level of OC in Classic and renamed it Team Deathmatch, and then it was a bit more viable. Now, by this point, I'd totally ingrained myself in playing Battle Arena and had come to enjoy the tactics and the length of gameplay, the respawning, etc., all of the things that come with the Battle Arena. And I'd kind of fallen out of favour with Classic. I really didn't play it much anymore. As you can tell by the first couple of episodes of 4 Fine Fellows, where I'm hunting for towers, because I'm so used to just playing in that game mode. Oh, we've got a bunch of healers, and we've left the poor SMG, but there's a load of rails there, and that rail's got a healer with him. Let's just spot this guy as well, and then, oh, jump out of there. Can we backflip? No. Oh, I'm gonna get shredded by rails. Can we get out of this? Oh, ouch. Lucky I've got a healer right by me. Trying to stay on the move to avoid that rail. Oh, we're just gonna run off and heal each other. Excellent. Excellent stuff. Have we got any guys left? There's enemies all around us. I ain't gonna die. I might just brave having an attack at this guy. Deal any damage to him at all. Oh no, never mind. Okay, well, let's just leave these guys to it, and I'll chat about this. Yeah. So I just I'd really gotten used to this game mode, and I was under the impression, and it's certainly reflected in those stats in the forums that they published, that it was the most effective one, or popular rather. There we go. Team defeated. Team defeated. Again, I did nothing. Let's see what the RP's like. So there we go. Hardly anything. 13.7k. Well, I'm not going to go into another battle now. I'm not paying enough attention to the game. I'm just waffling about this. So let's just do it while King Crab gloriously spins in front of us. Let's just do this so he starts spinning again. There we go. Lovely stuff. Yeah, so they kind of forced me into a game mode I wasn't interested in. Then they told me the old game mode wasn't supported. And they kind of nerfed the behemoths out of it and made it unplayable for anyone that had truly appreciated what it was before and had built craft for it. They also took out the repair thing where you don't get to see the bot's development. They added some stuff that, the tracked vehicles I think was a big mistake in a kind of way, because they really did just make vehicles that were too strong and too easy to make block kind of craft out of. Less and less thought about the design, and of course this is something that Respawn has also shaped, but I do feel that with a lot of my craft, once you get to the higher OCs and everyone's on a kind of level playing field, then the craft design does play a part. I'm just a little bit disheartened. It's not the end of the world. It's not the end of Robocraft for me. I still get a lot of great pleasure out of Robocraft. Will I be playing classics with all of these small bots? I'm not so sure. I'm not so sure I'll be enjoying that much TDM with these old craft of mine. Will I be binning them? No, because you know what this game is? It's just constantly subject to change. So who knows what's going to happen in the future? I mean, I believe I've heard that also this talk of mech legs. Mark has now mentioned that mech legs may well not be the next movement type to come out, so we may have another mega movement or some other kind of movement type. We've got the proto leech weapon to come out at some point, so there's lots of good stuff on the horizon. But I am quite shocked. I am quite shocked that it was TDM that came out on top. Now I can kind of understand it in a way. It may well have been the case that Battle Arena was more popular up to the tests, but actually doing a test where their choice is limited and what they're measuring is the retention of new players, then it may well have come out that TDM was far more forgiving and easygoing on new players getting into the game and figuring out what the game is about. I'd like to see a much lower RR limit, but then that would kind of defeat the purpose. I think the main thing is, at the moment, that the Robocraft population cannot support as many game modes as the developers will like. I am sure they're not thinking, oh I know, let's build a game mode, get everyone into it, and then take it away from players, because that is just too much like the dev team shooting themselves in the foot. I imagine it's sheerly down to numbers and maintaining servers and reducing wait times. Now, if the game continues to grow and get more players, then presumably at some point they can just start lowering and lowering the caps until everyone's able to play what they want to play, and by then there may be more game modes to contend with and more new features in Robocraft, but who knows. At the moment, sure, I'm a little bit sad and disappointed that it was TDM that won out over Battle Arena, but if it's the price we have to pay for keeping retention of new players and watching the game grow, watching the developers get what they need to push the game forward, then really can't complain too much. And as said, I still love playing Robocraft in either battle mode. I do prefer the battle arena, so I'll be building some big bots, some new big bots, because I've only got about 5 T10s at the moment, and a couple of them aren't really very good. Actually, I may have more now if you include the two Ghost Wraiths, one which I beefed up slightly, but still, even the Ghost Wraith Phoenix is still pretty much an art bot. Electro Beast these days is pretty much an art bot. So there's only really four, my two Plasma Bombers, the Snub and Blue Thunder, and of course my T10 Apache and something green. So I guess I'll be building a fair few um, new T10-ish kind of builds at the 30 mil plus RR mark. I'm going to go now. I'm going to leave you here. I'm going to give a massive shout out to everybody who's been following this channel and sticking with Robocraft. But I guess as well it does open up to the fact that, I want to be playing more games and doing some new stuff. And I've been having a think over the last couple of days about some of the stuff I'd like to do. And I'll be trying to make some kind of short videos to let you guys know what I'm up to and what's going on with this channel. Of course, I've got to catch up with my Four Fine Fellows series, and it's so great to be back making that, so be sure to stay tuned for those coming soon. And of course, I would really like to see 9k subscribers for my birthday in November. So please, if you like the videos, do like, comment, and of course subscribe. I'll see you guys next time. Please let me know what you feel about the recent changes in the comments. Hope you're having a great day. Bye bye.